Hello everyone, it's me again with a video. I'm in another location because I was like, okay, I have a lot of ideas for videos and I didn't want to wait till the moment that I was in my healing center. So the video of today is about how karma can be a bitch. And if that is actually really true. Because when you think of this, what is karma? What does karma really mean? In our society, and I notice when I'm like speaking with people and or even with clients, and I often hear, I know karma can be a bitch, or I hear, but that's just karma coming after you, or it's the consequence of karma. It's just karma giving you this thing back. But that's not how I perceive it. It's really not. For instance, it's not that karma is there to give you a hard time for no reason at all. It's also not that it's punishing you for something wrong that you have done. It's really not like that. Every time when I give a healing session or someone asks me something and all of a sudden I'm like seeing the karmic line that they have with a certain person or the karmic energy in the situation, I'm like, okay, I get it now. You have to understand that karma is something, and I know that for some people it's gonna be like high up in the sky way of thinking. Yet try to bear with me just for a few more minutes. So it is actually something that you as a soul decided this is something that really needs to be in this life. This is something that I really want to learn in this life. This is a person that I really want to bump into in this life. It is something that is already set. Like when I'm channeling, sometimes, also when I channel for myself, I still every now and then do that because also me, I sometimes also need firm advice because sometimes it's just way too much. I'm like, okay, what is this? Help me out here. I need some advice. In channeling, they sometimes say, this is something you cannot run away from. It's destined to come. I also sometimes have it in channelings that they say, you've gone too far off. And when there is still a possibility to come back, they say in my language, they say, pool onmiddellijk om, which means that turn 180 degrees again, because otherwise it's not going to be for this life. And when they say this, it means that you're on the verge of not having it in this life. And believe you me, you don't want to have that. Because why? It means that you'll never succeed, or you will never have that learning, or you will never bump into this person, or you will not clear this out. So karma is actually something that you've brought to yourself. That is true. You have brought it to yourself unconsciously or consciously because you want to learn something, because you want to clear something out. It is never, ever, like really never to punish you. I know, and especially when I see certain experiences that are very traumatizing, that it is hard to grasp as a human, that you're like, wait, this is karmic? Like this was just set, that this had to happen to me? I know as a human this is sometimes really hard to grasp. Because it's so traumatizing, we're like, you would not do this to someone. Yet in order to have certain lessons in learning, sometimes it needs to be this hard. And always know, when you go to a karmic experience or you bump into someone and it's not the kind that gives you comfortable learning or nice learning or warm learning, it's like the other side, always keep in mind that you will never have to do this on your own. There are always people around on that specific moment or later on to support you and to guide you in this. You're never alone, never. They will always make certain that at least there's one person there. And that's something that I've experienced myself, even though that I felt alone at certain times. But when I'm really honest, there was always one. always at least one who was really there to support, or a circumstance that came up that I was like, oh no, I'm not alone. You will always be supported. Just understand that karma is not a bitch. It is not. And it's not that, for instance, sometimes I also have it that people are like, oh, something bad has happened to this person. Okay, sometimes it is because their energy was really attracting and it actually was not that necessary. It was not needed. It was not something that really was set. And other times I'm like, okay, for the outside world, this would seem as being a very bad thing, and you would be like doubting if you should like connect with this person. Yet in essence, I can really feel when it's karmic and I'm like, this was supposed to happen. They're going to learn from this. So also try, when you see something happening in someone's life, it's not a bad nor a good thing. And it is possible that it's just karmic. They could not have avoided. They needed to have that in their life. So if you have any questions about this subject, I'm really curious if you have, or if you're like, I want to share something, I want to comment on this, like put it down below and give it a thumbs up. If you're not an Ebony, like you didn't subscribe yet to my channel, please do so, because I keep on bumping into people on the street and I'm like, you didn't subscribe yet. And I see that there are a lot of people watching this and they didn't subscribe yet. So if you really want to support me in this and you're like, yes, Saskia, keep going and keep sharing, wherever it is, thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you.